Hello friends, welcome to our channel all about electric vehicles. So today we are going to see an interesting video in this content. So do you want to start a new business in electric vehicle manufacturing? Do you want to create an electric motorcycle and you don't know how to get it certified and start your manufacturing? So this video will explain you all the tests conducted by the Automotive Research Association of India, AROI, Pune, India. So these tests, they will be testing your first electric motorcycle prototype and you will be certified according to these test results. Then you can start your own electric motorcycle manufacturing company. So don't skip any step. If you skip the test, any steps or any discussion, any explanation about the test conducted by AROI, you can miss. So watch until the video ends. Let us see the various tests involved in Automotive Research Association of India, AROI. CMVR type approval, that means Central Motor Vehicle Rule. So according to that rule only we have to test our prototype. So there are two types of test they will be testing. One is vehicle level test, another one is safety component level test. At the component level they will be check for the safety. So again the vehicle level test has been classified into three laboratories. So we can see one by one what are the tests involved in it. So the vehicle level test involves vehicle evaluation lab test, safety and homologation lab test, automotive electronics department test. So for the two-wheeler battery operated vehicle, that is electric motorcycle or electric scooter, so these are all the tests conducted by AROI to get certification. So number one, vehicle evaluation lab test. So in that there will be 12 serial numbers they will be testing. First one, they will be referring the photographs of different views of the electric motorcycle or scooter. Second one is vehicle weighment. So the manufacturer have specified the weight of the electric bike or electric motorcycle, electric scooter. So they will be referring with all the specification. So in the left side you can see the central motor vehicle rule number. So according to that rule they will be checking all these details. So the standard reference they will be using the AROI procedure or IS Indian standard or AIS automotive industry standard. So accordingly they will be testing. So the second one is vehicle weighment. So we can discuss these tests in detail. Third one is CMVR physical verification. That is, they will be verifying the electric bike or motorcycle or electric scooter according to the central motor vehicle rule. So rule number 93 to 125. So fourth one is coast down test. These also we can see in detail later. So fifth one is brake test. So sixth one is if the net power of the motor is less than or equal to 11 kilowatt, that is 11,000 watts motor, anti-lock braking system test or combo braking system they will be testing. So seventh one is speedometer calibration. So how it is calibrated that they will check. Eighth one is pass by noise measurement. Ninth one is tell tales and indicators. These things we can discuss. 10th one is gradability, how much grade it can go. 11th one is classification of the vehicle, that is the manufacturer vehicle. You have to define the vehicle classification. 12th one is vehicle identification number, including month and year of manufacture. That also you have to provide, like a chase number provided in the normal petrol bike. So like that electric bike also you have to mention the month and year of manufacture. This is also must. So next, safety and homologation lab test. In this lab you have to the your electric bike should pass all these tests. uh, that is horn installation, whether a horn will be there or not, like that. Rear view mirror, these are the safety things. Rear view mirror installation, so these are the things you have to uh, they'll be testing according to the automotive industry standard AIS, so which is given in the right side column. So next, installation requirements for lighting and signaling devices, that is to turn right or left, signaling devices, lighting system. Next, pillion hand hold test, that also they will be testing. So this also we can discuss in this video. Protective device against unauthorized use, these are the safety things we have to consider. Then AHO test, so automatic headlight on test. So this also I'll be giving in brief details after listing the test types. So next one is spray suppression system. So next, in other lab, automotive electronics department lab, these are the tests they will be conducting. So in that, electromagnetic compatibility of motor vehicle, the electromagnetic radiation emitted by the electric vehicle, that also they will be testing. Range test, that is mileage of the electric bike, they will be testing. Measurement of maximum power of the motor and 30 minutes power, they will be running the motor continuously for 30 minutes, they will be measuring the power also. Then water effect test, then constructional and functional safety test they will be conducting. They also do measurement of electric energy test. So they will be testing if the working system voltage is greater than 48 volt, that is 60 volt or 72 volt, motor will be there, and accordingly the battery will be there. So electric shock test will be conducted for voltage is greater than 48 volt. Then finally they will be testing about the traction batteries used in battery operated vehicle, that is for your electric bike or motorcycle or scooter, what is the battery used, what about the BMS, what are the safety, what is the charging, everything they will be testing. So these are all the some 27 test it has to pass. That is the first one I said, vehicle level test, these are the vehicle level test, that is 27 things they will be testing. Then component level test, we are going to see the component level test in depth. They will be seeing the what are the different components used, that and all in good quality or not, that also they will be testing. So in this table we can see the two-wheeler battery operated vehicle safety component level test. So number one, size and ply rating of tires. So these are the common things used in normal petrol motorcycle also. So they will be checking the size and ply rating of tires. They will be also checking the reflector, which is also most important for safety. So they will be checking the horn. Then they will be checking the automotive lamps, bulbs, that is single or double filament in headlight. Everything they will be checking in the headlight. Then hydraulic brake hose or hydraulic brake fluid for braking system they will be checking, and also the control cable. So importantly they will be checking about the performance requirements for lighting and signaling devices, that is indicator lamp, headlamp, everything they will be checking about the performance. That is a headlamp assembly, glass lens or plastic lens, front and rear direction indicator lamp assembly, front parking lamp assembly, rear registration plate lamp assembly, rear combination lamp assembly with stop or tail, direction indicator lamps, number plate lamp. So every electrical lamps they will be checking. because these are all the very important during night driving. So next they will be checking about the rear view mirror specifications. So what are the conditions that we can see in this video? So finally they will be checking about the electric motorcycle wheel rims. These are also very important. So these are the things they will be testing according to the Indian standard or automotive industry standard. So in the right side column of this table they have provided. So at the vehicle level test they will be doing some 27 test, and component level test they will be checking about 10 test. These are the things that your motor electric motorcycle should pass. Vehicle weightment, that is your motorcycles are weighed without any human intervention to physically support the vehicle on weight measurement pads. They will be having this testing apparatus in RI. Measurements are made with an accuracy of 1% of measured value. So next we can see the brake test. Two-wheelers are tested for their stopping distance. That is, stopping distance is nothing but when we are applying the brake, how much distance it will be covering from the apply of the brake to the bike stopping. That is the stopping distance. And the deceleration performances in both laden and lightly loaded conditions at high speeds with wet and hot brakes for both front and rear brakes individually. So these are the brake test. Then coast down test. So coast down test is nothing but a simple test performed on a perfectly flat road to calculate all the resistance forces offered to a running vehicle. When we drive on road, there are a lot of drag that tries to slow down the vehicle, such as aerodynamic drag, brake drag, bearing and transmission drag. So they'll be calculating the resistance forces offered to the vehicle by using coast down test. The next one is speedometer calibration. So motorcycles equipped with a digital or analog speedometer are calibrated at the speeds of 40 km per hour, 80 km per hour, and 80% of maximum designed speed. So when they will be testing, the error occurred measured should be within zero point 0.1 times of velocity, that is speed, plus 8 kilometer per hour. That is, if they will be running about 40 kilometer per hour, then you can substitute in this formula for error measurement. So that also we can check before we are going for the approval. Next, pass by noise measurement. So the pass by noise is a certification test included in ROI for vehicle noise emissions for passenger vehicles, motorcycles and light trucks. It is achieved by measuring external sound levels. So compared to the petrol vehicles, the electric vehicles are quite when compared to the normal conventional things. So the noise produced by the motorcycle is measured during acceleration with an approach speed at 2/3 of that motor RPM, producing maximum power in a stretch of 20 meter. The noise level should not exceed 80 decibel. So next, telltales and indicators. A telltale, sometimes called warning light, is an indicator of malfunction of a system. If anything, the system not works, so the indicator light should show to the customer this one is not good, this is a malfunction, like that it should indicate. That also included in ROI test. Indicated by a binary on off or illuminated light or symbol or a text legend, something should be there in the electric motorcycle. All telltales indicators on the instrument panel, that is in the front dashboard, are checked for illumination, color and proper functioning. The symbols on the telltales, controls and indicators are verified as mentioned in the standard. Functioning of all the controls are also verified for the ROI test. Next, gradability. The steepness of grade that a motor vehicle is capable of climbing at efficient speed. So statutory limit for gradability is 7 degrees in the forward driving direction. The vehicle is checked for its stop start performance. So these are the very important thing for the electric vehicle, that is gradability. So next, horn installation. Sound pressure level emitted by the device fitted on the vehicle shall be measured. So these are the condition they are saying. Measured at a distance of 7 meter in front of the vehicle. The maximum sound pressure level shall be sought within the range of zero point 0.5 and 1.5 meter above the ground. So with these distances, they will be switch on the horn and they will be measuring the that sound level in decibel. So the maximum sound pressure level measured on two wheelers of a power less than 7 kilowatt motor is between 83 decibel to 112 decibel. So these are the permissible value the allowed for the ROI approval certification. Next one is rear view mirror installation. It covers general requirements, position requirements. So what is the position of rear view mirror? Adjustment requirements, field of vision. For two wheelers above 70 cc shall have two mirror on left hand and the right hand side, and for two wheelers below 70 cc shall have one mirror on one side. When vehicle is tested at about 80% of maximum speed on tested track for 10 minutes, the mirror shall not so move significantly to change the field of view. So these are the safety features perfectly verified by the ROI. Next is pillion handhold test. So pillion is nothing but the passenger who is accompanying you at the back seat of the electric motorcycle. So what is the safety feature for them, that also they will be measuring. That is strength requirement of pillion straps and hand holds are checked. The hand holds are the safety to make hold for the passenger who is sitting at the backside of the driver. That is, the straps and its attachments shall withstand a vertical traction force of 200 kilogram applied statically to the center of the surface at a maximum pressure of 2 megapascal without snapping. So the two hand grips for the passenger sitting at the back, the two hand grips should be mounted on each side symmetrical manner, which shall withstand a vertical traction force of 100 kilogram applied statically to the center of the surface at a maximum pressure of 1 megapascal without snapping. So next one is rear protective device. That is, some persons are sitting at the back side of the driver, so there should be some protection device. That is, their dress would not stuck into the rear wheel while driving. So some sari guard like that they will be providing. All motorcycles should be equipped with rear protection device covering half the wheel. It should prevent the intervention of loose cloths of pillion rider into the wheel. So next they will be testing about the AHO test. This is the recent rule come from the central motor vehicle. That is, AHO test means all time headlight on or automatic headlight on. When you start the engine, the headlight starts uh, uh, on, because this is the safety feature given by the central government. So whenever they will be starting the engine, the headlight is in on mode, not like other previous versions before 2017 and all. Manually we can switch on the headlight or switch off the headlight. Only the during night time will be switch on the headlight, but in the daytime also the headlight is switched on in all the time while the vehicle is running. That is AHO test, all time headlight on or automatic headlight. Next one is spray suppression system. So we can while we are driving in a road with a watery surface or something So it should guard the vehicle and the passenger. So that is the spray suppression system. That is, spray suppression system means a system intended to reduce the pulverization of water thrown upwards by the tires of a vehicle in motion. The spray suppression system is variously made up of a mudguard, rain flaps, and valances equipped with a spray suppression device. So this mudguard is a perfect example for this spray suppression system. So next one is electromagnetic compatibility of motor vehicle. Electromagnetic compatibility, EMC, is the ability of the electrical equipment and systems to function acceptably in their electromagnetic environment by limiting the unintentional generation, propagation, and reception of electromagnetic energy, which may cause unwanted effects such as electromagnetic interference. They will be measuring the electromagnetic radiation from the electric motorcycle. This is very, very important. Then water effect test, that is splash water test, are used to verify the resistance to thermal shocks of components, because this is a electric vehicle. So the splash water test is must, or because they are used to verify whether the any resistance to thermal shocks of components and systems that are located in the splash water zone of a vehicle. This test also helpful to check the tightness of the housings and casings. So then last one is measurement of electric energy test. This standard specifies the method for measurement of electrical energy consumption of battery operated vehicle. This is also used to verify the performance of the vehicle with the declared by the manufacturer. So what the manufacturer will be telling about the electrical energy consumed, that they will be verifying in the ROI also. So these are the things we have saw in detail, which we have not learned before. So these are the tests carried out in ROI.